Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Sagittarius is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It is totally free, does not cost you anything. If there's anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Sagittarius, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And this is the Sun card. This is a really, really powerful omen. This is full illumination. This is an awareness of things past, present, future, above and beyond, anything that we may perceive in this reality. This is really like interdimensional. Yeah. I feel like you've got something very, very powerful that is being activated in you. I feel like you have a certain type of clairvoyance about you lately. Yeah. I wonder if you've been feeling as if you kind of know things before they happen. I think that's been happening to you more recently, lately. We're going to put this into some context. I feel you just like, I don't know, like you're in your house and suddenly you think, oh, that glass is going to tip over. And then a second later, the glass tips over, right? Or you're thinking, that person's going to drop that thing, and then they drop it. Or driving, if you drive. I feel like you know that car's going to get over. That car's going to cut across a bunch of lanes. And suddenly they do. I feel like it's those little things that are starting to really speed up, starting to happen more and more in your life. Yeah. I think it's the sign that something very, very big is happening in your energy right now. Let's see what other cards we have. Yeah, see, Two of Swords. It's all about the intuition here. It's not about there's no logical causal explanation of why something happened or how you knew that it would happen. It's not your mind that just said, oh, I kind of feel like that person's going to swerve over out of their lane or something. No, it's a psychic perception. It's something that's coming directly from your third eye, honestly, right? And maybe this Sun card is that third eye activated. Yeah. Let's see what else we've got here. The Moon. Ah, now I see. Lover's card. The union between sun and moon. Between higher self, lower self. Between heaven and earth. Between you and the divine. Yeah, this is a real union that is taking place within you. Three of Cups. Two of Cups. The Fool, yeah, see. A Ten of Wands. Yeah, that makes sense too. The Princess of Cups, the Fish in the Percolator, and the Hierophant. Yeah, a lot of stuff going on here. I feel as if you are experiencing internally this kind of spiritual union. Whatever your object of worship, whatever your deity, whatever your beloved is, right? I feel like there is a union taking place in your soul with that divine energy, okay? I feel like it is opening up this third eye. It is allowing you to perceive things ahead of time, you know? I think it's doing a lot of other things in your life as well. I think, for one thing, the Two of Cups, I think you're going to be experiencing an increase of, romantic love in your life. Whether you're in a relationship now or not, I feel like romantic love is coming your way, right? And it might be a renewed connection with your current partner. It might be a new partner. But I feel like there's more of that. And I feel like you're ready for more of that. That this is some really strong Venus in Cancer energy. That you want to share your love and affection with just like that one special someone. Yeah. I feel like that's kind of what's in the near term for you. And I think you know that. I think you can see that coming. There might be a little bit of resistance to it. We have a little bit of air energy in the Two of Swords, right? It is about transcending the mind and tapping into that psychic ability, but the mind is still there for us to, we have to go beyond. So there might be doubts. Yeah. You might be kind of consciously resisting that knowledge, but I think you can see that in your future. Yeah. I think, too, with the Moon card, that you are on the cusp of a very important change in your life. It could be related to this romantic love. Yeah. It could be related to this. It could be a big change in your life, especially if we take the lover's energy in a literal way. And we say, yeah, you're going to be uniting with this romantic interest, and it's going to change your life. There's going to be a celebration. And you're going to start on a new journey in life. Some of you, I think, might be fine in the one. Might be even getting married, right? We got the Hierophant who officiates the wedding of the lovers, right? We've got this kind of a little bit of fear, a little bit of cold feet going on, but the beginning of a new journey. Yeah, that might be difficult at the beginning. It always takes some getting used to when you're starting on a new path like this. For some of you, I'm going to go ahead and predict that you're going to find the one, and you might actually be tying the knot. Okay. But don't worry, this isn't just a romantic reading. This is a life reading. This is a love reading, right? In more ways than just romantic love. That's not the only kind of love. There's spiritual love. There's family love. The Three of Cups up here is also talking about a focus on family. Whether it's blood family, chosen family, whether it's you and children, or if it's you with a greater sense of connection, a greater sense of family, even if it's in your community or in your workplace or, within your home. It could be any of these things, right? But there's a focus on that kind of bonds. It's like you're trying to keep your people close, your loved ones. Yeah, it doesn't have to just be blood family, Also with the Sun card here, I feel like someone in your life has been sick, and I feel like they've made a kind of full recovery. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was you. I don't think so. I don't think it was you. I feel like it was. Maybe it was a sibling. Yeah, I kind of have a sibling energy here. I feel like they were ill, but they've made a full recovery. Yeah. I also feel like there was something financially significant that happened recently. I don't know if you won some money or you got a bonus or something, like from work or I don't know, maybe tax returns or something like this. I feel like you got a nice chunk of money recently. Yeah. I feel like everything's getting better and better. Yeah. Everything's getting better and better. But we still have this Moon card underneath. There's still something about the future we can't see. Now, I don't care how open your third eye is. You can't see everything. Right? But you can see enough. Now, the Moon card here is very important because this, I always say, it's black. Right? This is a doorway. On the other side of this moment is blackness, darkness. We cannot see. We can be 99% sure that the sun will rise sometime within the next 24 hours. We can never be 100% sure because the next moment is dark. We can't see into the future, but that Sun card, that sun down here in that one, that sun can, and that happens to be your energy right now. So this reinforces the idea that you can indeed, at this moment, see into the future. Now, maybe there's a joke here somewhere that says you can see into the future, but only 2 seconds into the future. Well, a lot of good that'll do, right? No, I think that you can see, and the more you try to refine this skill, the more you try to transcend the duality of your mind, the duality of our thinking, I think the more you can tap into this spiritual energy, the more you can open this third eye and the clearer your visions will get. Okay? I think that even you're being called to some kind of a mediumship, or even this like a clairvoyance thing, where I think it's something that you're meant to pursue. Yeah, something that you're maybe even meant to do it for others. I don't know if do people come to you for advice anyway? I feel like you've always had this ability to kind of to tell people or show people what they can't see. And you never really considered it to be like a psychic ability, but it is. You know, and I think it's time that you start looking at it that way and focus on strengthening that gift. I think we all have that gift. I think it's very, very active and prominent in you right now. Yeah. Okay, mystery card. Let's not forget the mystery card. Got to do our mystery card. This is one random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. We are just going to set aside. We're going to put it right over here. We're going to put Mr. Ed, the tiny horse, right there on top. And we are not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together. It will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If at any point during this tarot card reading you feel like you know what that card is, put your prediction down in the comments. Let's do it together. Let's make it a group exercise of intuition. All right? Okay, there's a connection with the month of June for you. And I don't know if it has a Cancer connection, maybe June, July, maybe Cancer season. I feel like that's important to you in some way. I don't know if your significant other, if there's a birthday, an anniversary, or if it's some special date for you. Something in like June, July, right? That kind of in-between period, that Cancer season. Yeah. I don't know what that's significant. It could be even a Gemini thing. We do have the Gemini energy with the Lover's card. That could be the June connection. Gosh, what else do I see? I really feel as if you're embarking on a new journey in life. And whether this is romantic love, whether this is kind of a spiritual, religious kind of life, whether this is you really tapping into this psychic gift that you have and really focusing on developing that, whether you're focused on family, right? I think all of these things are taking place in your life right now. And it feels like it's divinely guided. You know, I feel like Spirit is leading you to all of these different things. It feels like fate, you know? Where should we even go from here? Well, I want to talk about the Princess of Cups. Princess of Cups is in this position, which is kind of the position of the obstacle. It's kind of the position of what we don't want. And I want to talk about this now because of the Two of Swords, because there's this idea of the conscious mind kind of resisting what's going on here. And even in the context here with the Princess of Cups and the Hierophant, it almost feels like you're not ready to take on this next level of life, this next journey, right? You're not ready to start on this new path because you feel still like a student rather than the master. Right? This is almost a humbleness. This is almost a feeling that I'm not supposed to do this. I'm not ready. I'm not capable of this. You know, it's like I'm not ready to be an adult yet. I still feel like a kid. I feel that way all the time. But what we have to learn from the Princess of Cups is that there is no concern for our feelings, right? Spirit thinks that if you are feeling this way, that just means that it's the right time for you to do this. Yeah, it's kind of it feels kind of harsh. It's almost like no, it's time for you to kind of step up and step into your power, step into your energy. All of these things are happening in your life for a reason. All these kinds of, I think, strange like anomalies, right? A lot of synchronicities, I think, lately too. And that ability to kind of just sense what's going to happen around you before it happens. Yeah. But there's still this kind of, and it kind of makes me smile because it's kind of like a common experience, I think, where we almost feel like we're not good enough to be doing what we're doing, but you're doing it. and Spirit is leading you and guiding. But it's the conscious mind and some emotional stuff too that's telling us, no, I can't do it. I'm not ready. I'm not good enough. I'm not strong enough. You got the wrong person, But this card, I think, is really here to say, no, it's time for you to kind of become the Hierophant in a way. This is you realizing that you have to step into your power. I do think with that Hierophant card, I'm feeling like in the future there is an opportunity for you to teach. Now, I don't know if you are a teacher or if you have aspirations to be a teacher, or if you're already there's some kind of mentorship. I don't know if it's through a church, temple, lodge, an order, or if it's just literally like a school, or maybe you're a parent even. But I feel like there is a call to you to teach others. And I don't just think, we're not talking reading, writing, arithmetic here. We're talking about teaching the spiritual truth, right? Teaching maybe esoteric sciences, teaching tarot or magic, or teaching meditation even. Yeah. There's something like this. And I feel that there's that Princess of Cups that just says, me? No, I don't. I'm not a teacher, right? But that opportunity is going to present itself, and I think it will be in the next 3 to 5 months that there's going to be this call on you to accept that role as Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant, like I said at the beginning, could be the one who officiates the wedding, right? The one who is ordained to marry that energy together. I don't know if are you ordained? Did you become what is that, like the Universal Life Church where you can go online and kind of become ordained and then you can do weddings or something? I almost feel like you already did that, or that's something that someone's going to ask you to do. Yeah, for them. And that's very interesting. But there is this, someone's going to ask you, or there's going to, some energy is going to ask you, right? To assume that kind of a role, and you're going to feel like you're not ready for it, but you should do it. Spirit is saying that's something that you need to step into, just as a way of overcoming any kind of mental or emotional limitations that we may put on ourselves. I feel like I'm not ready. I don't think I can do this. We have to do it just to break free of that energy, right? Even if you're not really a public speaker, I'm still getting this feeling that there's some attachment with a school here. Either you're in school, or you work at a school, or you were or are a teacher, something like that. Spirit keeps saying the school. Maybe it's the school of life. No, I feel like there's some kind of teacher connection with you. Yeah, something there. Well, let's go to the path of the serpent. And as we talk more about these cards, I would like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. It doesn't cost you anything. And it really does help out the channel, and I really do appreciate that. Yeah. Okay, we've got the Fool energy. We've got that Wanderlust. I feel like you're a traveler. I am getting a connection with Japan for you. I'm kind of feeling Osaka, but maybe not. I think that you're a traveler. I think that here's that Fool card. The Fool is the traveler, right? It's got that Wanderlust. I think that traveling is something that you either really want to do or you always kind of have done. Because I feel like you're very comfortable in new places, but you also like to just kind of blend in. You're not someone that goes and does all the touristy things and has the binoculars around your neck and the hat and the big glasses and the big maps and stuff. You're not trying to be the tourist. You kind of take the back roads, right? I feel like you kind of want to blend in. You don't want to really be noticed. You don't want to be put on the spot. You don't want everybody to say, hey, there's a tourist. So this is really an ability to connect with people, connect with energy. I get this feeling you're very stealthy like that. Now, Spirit's kind of showing me someone that's kind of almost like an animal, almost like like a lion or a panther or something that's just kind of stalking through the grass, very stealthy. Yeah. And so maybe this is your ability to blend in. Yeah. And I kind of feel like Spirit's saying it's time for you to not blend in. Right? Because the other part of the fool, yes, is that energy that can adapt to any kind of situation, but the fool really does stand out. Right? The fool is wearing that like Technicolor dream coat. And everybody says, there goes the fool. You can't mistake the court jester, right? So I kind of feel like Spirit's saying, hey, it's time for you to really allow yourself to stand out. I feel like we've been in the background a lot. Yeah. And I feel like you're being called on now to really be at the center of things. And whether this is you finding that true love and going through this marriage, this wedding, and starting on your new life together, this is saying, focus on you. What things do you want in life? What is your Three of Cups? What is this peak experience of life that you really want? We were talking about it being, trying to keep your people close, trying to really strengthen the bonds with family and friends, your loved ones. But this card's also about understanding what kind of feeling we want our life to have. We're understanding the process of creation on the emotional plane. What kind of emotion do you want to create? Do you want to live a life of love, of joy, of excitement, of bliss, right? Of adrenaline, of just kind of a serenity, of tranquility, of just kind of experience. I feel like in the background, it's that kind of serene, just taking it all in, right? Taking it all in, allowing it to become part of you. And now I feel like through the path of the serpent here, you're being called to now stand out in front, right? And maybe this is a tour guide, right? Maybe the Hierophant is the tour guide. Maybe the tourist becomes the tour guide, or the fool, the one that blends in, now is becoming the one that kind of shows everybody else how to do it, or shows everybody else around the landscape, Very interesting. The 10. Yeah, 10 of Wands here. This is going to be more difficult at the beginning when you set out on this new journey, and whether this is us accepting this marriage that might be coming down the line for you, the tying of the knot, or if you're already in a relationship, this is the renewal of that kind of, the renewal of the vows, so to speak. Maybe literally, but just kind of the strengthening of that bond, setting out on a new journey. This could literally be travel, right? I feel like it's going to be a little bit difficult at the beginning because I feel like we've still got a lot of stuff that we're carrying with us. And I'm getting a feeling now, even between that Princess of Cups and the Two of Swords, that there was something that happened in your childhood, I think. And I think did you stop speaking for a while? Or maybe you stopped speaking to someone for a while. Yeah. Something, because I'm feeling that there was like, our feelings got hurt and then our mouths got closed. We just stopped talking, or we stopped talking to them. Yeah. I don't know what that exactly is about, but I feel like now it's time to shine, I feel like you are in a position now. I don't know if it's because of this. Maybe there is this lump sum of money that's coming in. With the Sun card here, I do feel as if any money troubles that you have had, I think are going to be solved. Because it feels like there are funds available for you to do this thing, either to pay for this wedding or to travel. Maybe this is the honeymoon over here with this travel, I feel like the resources are there. Yeah. And I feel like there's just something in you that doesn't want to be the center of attention. You don't want to be center stage. But that's where you're being called to. Now, what's the golden locket? It's either you or someone close to you, maybe a mom or grandma or something, have a golden locket with a photograph inside. One of those small things. it's a black and white photograph. I don't know who that is. I don't know. Maybe it must be grandma, great grandma, something like this. It seems almost it's a black and white photograph of a child. Yeah, I don't know who that is. Anyway, a lot of things coming through today. A lot of stuff going on. The Ten of Wands now is telling me that you've got some health thing going on with you, right? And this isn't a medical reading. I'm not making any kind of diagnosis or medical predictions or anything silly like that. It's something you already know. There's something going on with you. I don't know if it's affecting circulation or if it's affecting your energy levels. Yeah. But I feel like you're undergoing treatment for something. Yeah. And right now it feels like your energy is low. I think Spirit is saying that your energy levels will come back up. Follow your doctor's advice, please, of course. I'm not a doctor, obviously. But as far as the energy of this reading goes, I feel like your energy is returning. Yeah, I feel like your vitality is returning. Now, at the beginning, I said that someone close to you had an illness and then they recovered. I wonder if that maybe is you. I wonder if maybe we're still in this process of this recovery. And then the Moon card, I think we weren't always sure it was going to be all right. Right? There was a time where you were kind of worried. But I think now you're seeing that things are looking very bright. Right? That this energy is returning. Okay? Now, I don't think that's meant for all of you out there. If that's not yours, just leave it for the next person. Okay? Sometimes these details come in and they're kind of all over the place. You know, today's reading, if you've noticed, doesn't really have a narrative, right? It's a lot of pieces that we're trying to put together. And hopefully the details make sense to you, because I'm not seeing much of a narrative. I see the kind of marriage honeymoon kind of thing, which I like. And I think for some of you, that's what's going on. And I mean, if you we got the lovers, we got the Hierophant, we got the love in between everything, we got the sun and the moon together. I really feel like this is a soulmate situation for some of you, coming together in this kind of magical union with your soulmate, starting this new journey of life together, maybe even a family coming down the line. But for some of you too, with this Fool energy, I feel like you've taken a different path in life. I don't feel like you've ever done things the traditional way. You know, you've always been kind of this fool. You've always been just kind of just doing things your own way. And people may not even understand it, and that's okay. We're not here for other people to understand us. We don't have to make our decisions. We don't have to base our decisions on what other people may or may not understand. Okay? The point is, I think you know yourself, or you're coming to know yourself more and more and more. Yeah. There's a Buddha statue near you right now. Is it just a head? No. I feel like you've got a Buddha without a head. Right? You know how sometimes you get a Buddha head statue? I feel like you've got the reverse. You've got the statue part, the body, but the head came off? Maybe. I don't know. That's there's something to that too, I think, right? With the head being off. Which kind of disconnecting from that rational part of ourselves. And maybe it really is a suggestion to just get back in the body. Get in touch with the body. Cut off our thinking mind and let's not try to figure everything out. Let's just feel. What does our body feel like? Yeah. What does our body feel like? I think the Ten of Wands is leading us in that direction too. What does our body feel like? You know? Once we know how we feel, we can start to feel better. You know? I think there's been this, maybe it's chronic fatigue. I feel like the energy level's been down. It almost feels like you're on a planet that's got a little bit more gravity than Earth. We just feel a little bit heavier, like we're just being squished a little bit, right? There's a little bit extra gravity than usual lately. I feel like you're recovering from that. Yeah, I feel like your energy will be restored. I feel like you really value prayer. I feel as if you, I feel like you're I don't know if you're really a religious person, but I feel like you're a very spiritual person. I feel like you have a dialogue with spirit. Yeah. And I think it's kind of funny because we have this dialogue with spirit on one side, then on the other side, spirit's showing us the way, and there's still that resistance. So what are you resisting? And why are we resisting it? Maybe we don't need to ask those questions. Maybe we just need to stop resisting. We need to follow spirit. Because I think it is our head. It is our thoughts, our doubts, our intellect, our so-called rational mind that resists what spirit is trying to tell us a lot of the time. We think we know better sometimes, I'm very interested in that Hierophant. I want to know the teacher-school kind of connection for you. Maybe this is the new path that the Fool is on. Maybe it's you going back to school. For some of you, there might be a real desire to go back and finish something, finish a degree, finish some coursework that you were doing. Maybe you were on a track at school, but then we had this illness of some kind, and we've taken a break from that. Maybe it's time now to get back to that schooling. Yeah. I feel that there's a lot of, those like 9x11 manila envelopes that they put, you put like official paperwork in or something for the mail. I feel like you have a stack of those that are unopened. I don't know if you're supposed to mail them out or if those were sent to you, but it's like packets of paperwork in those manila envelopes. They're unopened. I don't know what those are. Those are maybe applications. If that's something that you need to, if that's like homework pack, I don't know what those are, but there's some unopened envelopes, yeah? I don't know what exactly those are. Well, I say we look at the mystery card and see if maybe that will kind of tie a lot of things together and give us, maybe it'll be the kind of linchpin to all of this, yeah? If you have a prediction for this mystery card, put it down in the comments. Yeah. I'm not really getting anything. I don't know what this is going to be. I feel like we've been rather all over the place. Maybe we need some earth energy, right, to kind of ground this energy down a little bit. We have, of course, some earth energy. We've got our Hierophant here, which is a Taurus energy. But maybe some pentacles, yeah. Maybe some pentacles. You got a sweet tooth also, right? Spirit's telling me to ask about the sweet tooth. You're eating candy or something right now, right? There's some wrapper that you're taking something out of a wrapper. Okay, mystery card. Here we go. Oh, it's a Nine of Wands. Well, Nine of Wands, strength. First off, right off the bat, strength. Yeah. This is, if the 10 was kind of the depletion of our energy, the 9 is us starting that road to recovery, right? I think for some of you, this might actually be a leg injury. I'm getting an impression that there might be some sort of a leg injury, and maybe you were on some sort of a holiday or some sort of a travel, and you hurt your leg and kind of stopped you in your tracks, right? I don't know if you were hiking or something like. I feel like you were in some kind of a wooded area, and maybe it was ankle or knee, something got twisted. But anyway, the 9 is showing us coming out of it, that now we're on the road to recovery, right? We're getting better. We're bandaged up. We're feeling a little bit better. We're out of bed. We're standing up. We still need a little bit of help, but we're on the mend. Yeah. And this is a real strength. Now, the more esoteric meaning of this card in that idea of strength is that of our resolve, our commitment, our willpower. No matter what life throws at you, no matter how challenging this situation might be to your conscious mind, you're strong enough to do it. And I wish this was the Thoth deck, because then I could show this a little bit better. But what provides us that strength, what gives us that internal power, that willpower, that resolution, that commitment, that resolve? Well, in the Thoth deck, it's the sun and the moon conjoined, right? Having your conscious mind connected with your unconscious, having heaven and earth, internal, external, above and below, higher self and personality connected. That's what gives us strength. The strength to do all of these things, whatever these things are. However these cards are manifesting in your life, this is the strength for you to do this. This is a very powerful, powerful reading today. And these are powerful, predictions about your future. It feels like this is you really, maybe all of these are possibilities for you. Maybe every single one of these cards is something that is in potential form. It could be love and romance and marriage. It could be wandering the world, traveling, right? It could be the teacher thing. It could be all of these things. Right? You could be every one of these. It's almost like different lifetimes. It really feels like I'm kind of reading for a lot of different people. Obviously, I am. But it kind of feels like all of these people are you. Yeah. And maybe you've already lived some of these lifetimes. Maybe there was this marriage and honeymoon and family. Maybe that has already happened in your life. Maybe now it's this idea of wandering. Maybe then it's the school, or it's the school, and then it's the wandering, and then it's the marriage and the family, right? All of these lifetimes could be yours. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around for that, click on the link that should be up in the corner. If not, there's one down in the video description. All right. New readings for Sagittarius, Wednesdays and Sundays, but I'm here every single day, 6 a.m. Chicago time. Just come on back, see me tomorrow. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free, does not cost you anything. And leave a comment for me. Let me know where in the world you are right now. Yeah. I want you to know that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.